I do like that hoes.
Alright, what's up guys? My name is Jordan. Most of you know me as Supernatural 001. I got an angry boy with me. I've been making videos teaching people how to edit and get their server online and edit their server. This video today we will be showing how to create. Our previous videos we've already showed how to create NPCs. This specific video we will show how to create the NPC stores. So we have two stores that we'll be making today. A normal store with like normal items that they would buy for like gold or whatever, like things that they would probably use daily, like pills and all that. Pills, mounts, pets, however you want to make your server. And then a reputation store where they would need a specific reputation, a level of reputation to get that item. So there will be three files that we edit. Well, really it's two, because we already made the NPCs. If you haven't, then you'll be using NPC and NPC Rebirth. But we will be using NPC Shop, which is the file to actually create the stores. And then we will be using Force and Melee GB to create the reputation itself. So first we're going to create the reputation. Alrighty, so we go down to the bottom and we're going to create a new reputation. So we will name it, we'll call it, reputation is really easy. You just focus on three lines primarily. ID, the name of the reputation, and how much reputation points it needs up to level 10. So we'll make a reputation. We're just going to call it with the reputation ID 200. We will call it Savage. And then the amount of reputation to level 10 or so will be, we'll do 50,000. So we'll do 5,000. So that means every level it needs 500 points to get to the next level. So the reputation, that's it. That's the reputation created. Boom, simple, done. So we're making two lines in this file for the normal store and then for the reputation store. So we're gonna call it line 95, 96. We then need this column B is for the NPC ID. So it specifies what NPC is gonna have the stores. So we'll copy them. The description of the NPC doesn't matter as the name of it comes from the NPC file. So we're gonna call it NPC store. This is just so that you know which NPC store you're referencing. And then the number here, these refer to what type of store it'll be. 20 is reputation, 1 is a normal. There's a few other ones, but I haven't messed with them. So 1 for normal, 20 for it to be a reputation store. And then the last column, real simple for a normal store, you just list the item IDs. So you just list them. So I'm just gonna copy whatever this store is, copy them, paste it there. That's it. Now for the reputation store, that is a bit different. So I copied one of the lists from another reputation NPC. And I'm going to explain this, even though I explained it originally, I'm going to explain what these lines refer to. So we are going to get into, I'm going to need item descriptions so I can know what item we're adding here. So the first number in this list is going to be the item ID. Each line is referring to an item. It's for one item. So we got 20,002 all the way to 20,007. So let me edit those first. 20,002. I'm lazy, so I like to copy and paste. Make sure that you don't remove a zero, remove a comma, or it's going to mess it up. So you want to be very careful when you're editing this. These next two zeros, I'm not sure. Now this number refers to the reputation ID. So this number, since we made reputation 200, that's what it's going to be. Now Hold up one moment. All right, so disregard. I copied the template of the competition NPC, which uses competition points. So that's why it was a bit different. So you would have to find a normal one, like let's say like that one. There we go. But that was a little bit different. Anyway, so first, you can just copy my format if anything. So first number is the item ID. You leave the next three zeros blank. Two refers to the pickup mode. So for this example, we're gonna make it two, which I believe is a pickup after bound after pickup, or it's just I think it's bound after pickup. Yeah. The next number is gonna be the reputation ID. So we have it as 200. Now these next two numbers refer to the column and row. I'm mistaken. So the next number is the level of the reputation that's going to be required for that item. Now, the way that this is configured though is the number you have here, and in the game it'll be one level more. So if you have it set up as one here, and the game is going to say this item needs to be level 2 reputation. So we'll just leave that like this for teaching purposes. The next two numbers though, these are referring to the column and row. So this is saying row 1, column 1, row 1, column 2, row. So it's rows, first number, and then column the next. So we'll just make this all in one row, and then you can leave these next two numbers blank. But that's it for the reputation as well, for the reputation NPC and the store NPC. Simple, done, boom. One thing I will say though is if when you're configuring an NPC, which I learned this mistake. When you make an NPC, oh, I'm in my servers folder. Let me go back a little bit. When you make an NPC and you configure it to have a shop, and you don't make a shop here, like a line for it, but you just specify. If I can bring this motherfucker up, but you say it has a shop. When they go to click the NPC, it'll show purchase and sell items. But it won't go. You won't be able to actually do anything. It'll show as if it won't. You won't be able to. You can click it, but nothing will happen because you didn't create a shop. In order for this shop function to work, it must have at least one item in this column. So this other NPC here that I have, the one that I made just for quest, if I would put shop here, it wouldn't be able to sell or purchase anything from it. Well, primarily you would be able to sell anything. There's no point in purchasing. But if I add a line here for it, I put any item. It doesn't matter what the fuck item is. It's just one item that configures it so that you can sell and purchase. So mostly that people can sell their trash to. But that's it for NPC shop. And we made the function, we made the force or the reputation, and we made the two stores. So I will put these in the server in our VM, and then we will check it out. Welcome back. This is part 2 of this video, second portion. We have here this video we created. Well, in the last video we created the 3 NPCs. We created a mob and a boss. This video is for the NPC store and the reputation store, and we showed how to create the reputation. So real quick, we're going to create our 2 NPCs. We have the NPC store here, which we copied the stuff inside from another NPC, and we can sell and buy. So as I mentioned in a couple of videos, and I mentioned earlier in this video, that when you are configuring an NPC store, so we're going to open up NPC shop here. NPC shop here. If you want this, so let me back up a bit. So in order for once you create an NPC, in order for it to have this purchase and sell item option, you need to go into the npc.csv, and you need to put shop. It can have talk. I usually put talk always, but because I haven't tried it without talk. But talk and shop. Shop is what gives you the purchase and buy, purchase and sell. Now, if you only do that and you don't add a line into it here in NPC shop, then when you click purchase, nothing will happen. It will stay on this screen. No other screen will come up. But because we created a line for it here, as you see, then you can this comes up and you can purchase. And that happens for both. If you don't have a line in your NPC shop, you can't sell items either. But because we do, we can sell and buy. And then here's a reputation store. So we put in our purple set in the NPC store. As you see here, I forgot to configure the belt. But one thing I do notice, as we will explain our error here, is that it does not show what level is required. So that is wrong. So let's go take a look real quick at our, we're going to double check two things. We're going to double check, I want to go into my game server folder. All right, we are in our game server folder. There's going to be two things we're going to check. We're going to make sure, one, that we created the reputation. And we did reputation 200. So let's double check that it even exists here. So add credit 200 110. So we didn't even get, did I type that right? Yeah, so we didn't even get, so something went wrong with the creation. So odds are I might have lied when I was editing this video about what all you need to enter in the force. So because I am not sure right now, I am double guessing, I am double, I don't believe myself. I'm going to check my server's force folder file. And we'll see what I did wrong. Odds are it's that okay, so I did do something wrong here. So as we see, it's this column right here, this last column, I guess. I'm not sure what all of these are and why they don't have it there, but usually I like to make sure, I like to match everything up. So just because we will put this here, we will test it out and we will see if that is the cause of pretty much the reputation not existing. So the reputation NPC set up good. It's just that the reputation doesn't exist. So in the NPC shop, it's not recognizing this 200 reputation because the game sees it as not existing. So it still allows the item to be sold in the shop, but it's not going to require any reputation because the reputation doesn't exist. So I'm going to put this up in the VM, and then we're going to log back in, and we'll see if that fixes it. Alright, guys. So as we see here, that was the issue that was the cause of the reputation pretty much not existing because I guess I didn't copy I guess both of those, I'll show you here, both of these columns must require the total points for the reputation right here in both of these columns. So I guess this is that I was mistaken originally. So this is the proper way. The reputation ID, the name, and then these two columns will be the total amount of points for the whole reputation. We see here that Savage Repu, whatever, yep, as we set it up for. And so that's it for how to create a reputation. It's pretty simple. Thanks for watching.